Hello, this is Flights in Asia. In this video, we'll be highlighting some aviation developments in the Philippines, where we are now seeing a post-pandemic aviation recovery well underway. This can be seen with the major airlines in the country resuming their domestic and international flight networks. Among the big three airlines of the Philippines is AirAsia Philippines, which is looking to operate more aircraft by year's end as it's thinking bigger for its future. Reported first by the Philippine Daily Inquirer and the Manila Bulletin, the Philippine-based subsidiary of AirAsia is looking to operate up to 24 aircraft by year's end. During a recent event in Malaysia, AirAsia Philippines CEO Ricky Isla stated to reporters that the airline is currently operating with 10 jets, and 2 jets will be added to service by the end of the month. With the rising post-pandemic travel demand, AirAsia Philippines will be using the aircraft to help in the restoration of its international flight network. By year's end, AirAsia Philippines plans to operate its international capacity at around 60% and would restore to 100% capacity by the second quarter of 2023. While reported as an expansion, this is more of a restoration of the pre-pandemic fleet. Based on data from planespotters.net, AirAsia Philippines has a fleet of around 24 jets, all comprising of Airbus A320 aircraft, each equipped with 180 seats. The 10 of these aircraft that have been previously stated are being used for the current operations, while the rest of the aircraft have been parked. This ties into more interesting plans for the expansion of its international network. It was also stated in the report that AirAsia Philippines has been doing market visits for international destinations, with the Middle East area being identified. Another destination identified in the report from the Philippine Daily Inquirer has been Sandakan in Malaysia. And then Isla pointed out to another destination which was the most interesting, Australia, adding to the point that there are a lot of Filipinos in the country. These plans for the future, especially for potential services to the Middle East and Australia, would require bigger and longer-range aircraft than the current fleet of Airbus A320s. For this, Isla pointed out the airline is eyeing for bigger aircraft, saying the airline needs to secure bigger planes that are more cost-efficient and environmental friendly to fly more passengers. This will follow the trend that we have seen in the Philippine aviation scene, where we have seen Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific operating bigger jets, especially in the domestic market, where we have seen a shift from the Airbus A320s to the bigger A321s. These airlines also use those aircraft for international flights. And then we have also seen the use of even bigger jets like the Airbus A330s on major domestic routes like Manila to Cebu and Manila to Davao. So it definitely comes to no surprise that AirAsia Philippines, given the current market situation and the trends, is looking to do something similar. Any bigger aircraft that AirAsia Philippines would get would likely come from and be coordinated with the parent company in Malaysia. Based on the AirAsia Group's history of aircraft orders, my pick for the frontrunner for the bigger aircraft for AirAsia Philippines would be the A321neos or the A321XLRs, which the airline does have on order. Both of the aircraft would accomplish the task of providing more seat capacity while also having the range to reach destinations in the Middle East like Dubai, or cities in Australia like Sydney from Manila or Cebu. I could see AirAsia Philippines picking either or both of the aircraft types. Next, I would mention the Airbus A330 or the A330neos, though this is not likely as this is more used with AirAsia X, and I don't see the Philippine division starting up a long-haul arm anytime soon. With a presence in the Philippines now spanning over a decade, AirAsia Philippines has become one of the big three airlines of the Philippines. Its domestic network is now comparable to the likes of Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific, and it is looking beyond and bigger. That's all for now, though I want to hear some of your takes. Which new international destinations would you like to see AirAsia Philippines explore going to? Also, which of the bigger jets do you think would best serve AirAsia Philippines going forward? That's all for now. I definitely hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and updates from the aviation and travel scene in Asia Pacific. For more of the latest updates, you can check out the website at www.flightsinasia.com. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.